So as you would have seen, there's a slightly different vibe to this video. We've upped the production costs, and we are now doing things a bit professionally, at least for this video. So the reason being, I'm going to spend this video talking to you about something that's really important, something that I've had a vision for ages. It's something I've wanted to do ever since coaching really kicked off for me over the last sort of 18 months. Before we go into any more details, I thought I'd give you a bit of a background of kind of the journey today. I don't think I've done that yet on YouTube, at least not for a couple of years anyway. Way back in, let's say 8-9 years ago, I started training when I was at uni. I went to uni, started training then. Kind of got a bit of bug for it. I spent the whole of uni in a perma bulk because that's the best thing to do. That's what you guys have a problem with nowadays. You need to perma bulk. And I just spent uni getting bigger. We set our eyes on a show in the third year of uni, me and my friend Fraser. It was at Body Power, some very basic amateur show. I can show you some pics of that if you really want to see them. But we did that show. It ended up going quite well for me. I came second. I wasn't lean enough. I wasn't anywhere near enough anything, but it went well for me, and that kind of gave me a bit of a kick to think, I'll probably do this again. So fast forward another 2 years. Obviously, uni's finished. I'm living in London at this point. Got a pretty dead-end job, just about enough to pay the rent on my one room in Fulham. And again, I had a free membership to a gym, and I just kept going, and that continued the journey for me. Whilst everything was tough and I was barely making enough money to pay rent and feed myself, this membership that I had off a housemate essentially enabled me to carry on that journey. So you probably remember me training at Virgin, training at Pure Gym, training at all these dead-end gyms that I hated, but we kept going, and the reason was because I was going to do UK BFF. So that was the next step for me. I obviously did that show, Junior Men's Physique in Wales. Panicked the shit out of myself all the way up until that show, looking at other competitors, thinking I'm not lean enough, I'm not big enough. In the end, that went really well. So we won that show, Junior Men's Physique in the Welsh Grand Prix. Went to the Arnold Classic in Barcelona, didn't go well, but a fantastic experience. Went to the Diamond Cup in Liverpool. That did go well, so top 5 there against a whole load of enhanced dudes that were a lot bigger than me. And again, just kind of reaffirmed that I can probably do something in this space. So a couple of years later, I think we're talking sort of 2017 now, I began looking towards my first pro qualifier. And really it was at that point, after sort of 4 or 5 years of doing this myself, I thought I can probably help some other people here. So we began coaching. I think for the first year or two, I probably had about 5-10 clients alongside my 9 to 5. It was just it was a side hustle. It was something that I could do and something I could enjoy, something that I could basically improve my quality of life with. However, as things have transpired, obviously I went to my first pro qualifier. That went okay. I didn't quite get the pro card, but again, that lit the fire in me again to go back the next year. And then if we just roll back to 2019, I did a string of shows, ending in the Denmark show, I think the IFBB Pro Nordic show. And if you've been following this channel, if you've been following Instagram, you'll know that's where I won my pro card in men's physique. So that was a huge day for me. That was a huge year for me. It's probably the day that I realised one of my dreams. And that was something that was absolutely massive for me. You've probably seen the video of me breaking down on stage. It was unbelievable. After that, suddenly, coaching kicked off again. So suddenly, because I had an IFBB pro card, apparently I was the coach to be with. Now, I want to touch on that because in actual fact, IFBB Pro means nothing for what you are as a coach. I think far too many people nowadays are using that status as an easy way in. It's like, I'm an IFBB Pro, I've got great genetics and I can work, so I can be your coach. The truth is that that's not good enough. It's really not good enough, and that is where I want to set myself apart from all the other IFBB Pro, particularly men's physique coaches. I think if you look at some of the bigger guys across the pond in men's physique, you can just go and see what they're pushing. You can go and see their training, their nutrition. It's bro, it's basic, it's outdated. And my mission, as you will see if you're interested in this service, is to be the IFBB Pro coach that actually makes a difference. I want to be the IFBB Men's Physique Pro with the best knowledge. I want to help people to the stage, or to transform their lives in the best possible way, and that's the best possible way. And that's been my mission. I believe that's why I'm at this point I'm at now. And that's where I think Team Brightman makes a difference. It offers a level of professionalism I've rarely seen elsewhere. It offers a level of knowledge that I've rarely seen elsewhere. And it's just a level of ambition that I don't think other coaches are willing to put into. And therefore, everything that we've produced, all the systems that we've got, the documents we've got in place, the process from start to finish is a professional one. It's one that makes you feel like you're really getting value for money and paying for a good service. The problem there is that I only have a limited amount of time for me to coach people. That means there's a limited number of slots. And recently I've not been advertising my coaching because I have no space. You've heard the problem, but this video is essentially going to provide me and provide you guys with the solution. That's why we've got Gigi here, that's why we're making an unbelievable video in order for me to really explain where I'm coming from and now where we're going and how I'm going to make sure that I can help more people. So back at the Mecca, Muscle Works Orpington, we're now going to take Luke through a Team Brightman leg session, and then we'll introduce you to him later on.
But never again, back on our grind, you know what it is. Yeah, this is our year. Knocked us down once, we got up again. Put in the work, so I know we gon' win. This is for real, we never pretend. We gotta win, yeah. I had to stop being basic. All of my dreams had to chase them. You counted me out, I counted me in. Fell off before, but never again. They boxing me out, I never fit in. Never will fold, never compete. Just wanna win.
So you've heard a little bit about the kind of journey so far, the issues that I've now got with Team Brightman and the size of it, and that I have an endeavour to expand it and help a lot more people and essentially transform a lot more lives via coaching. So now I'm going to introduce you to the new Team Brightman coach, which is Luke, who's sat here next to me. I've been working with Luke for well over a year now, initially just as a coach, coaching him to eventually to the stage, to the natural bodybuilding stage. But over the last year, it's kind of transformed a bit more into sort of a mentorship in terms of Luke's expressed his interest in coaching and said it's somewhere that he wants to go with regards to his career. So I'm going to let Luke talk a little bit about his journey so far, his goals with competing and with coaching, and some of the kind of places that he's learned from in order to build that knowledge that he's now got, which I believe will make him a fantastic coach.
So I started my coaching with Joe pretty quickly. As soon as I started the gym, I knew the results I wanted to gain and I wasn't seeing them, but that was my poor decision making, you know, buying into a lot of the gimmicks, a lot of bro splits straight from the off. So I contacted Joe, and straight off the bat I was really impressed by the amount of detail and the level of coaching that he provided. My progress went through the roof, and then from there I've set myself goals to compete in the future. When it comes to competing for me, sort of the year I'm looking at is 2022, and I'm sure as long as I keep doing what I'm doing, while Joe is looking over me, I'm sure I can achieve that. So when lockdown came, it gave me a lot of time to think what I really want to do. I just wanted a career change. I really wanted to get into online coaching. So from there, Joe gave me loads of advice, helped me out massively, and the first thing I did was improve my knowledge. So just to name a few, the people I've been learning from to broaden my knowledge is Joe Bennett, also known as the hypertrophy coach, Coach Eugene, and the Muscle Mentors. This is an amazing opportunity that Joe has given me to work with Team Brightman Fitness. I know the level of service has been incredibly high, and I'm looking forward to delivering that.
So you heard a bit about Luke. I now want to tell you a bit about why I've chosen him and why I think this is a really positive opportunity for him and me. So given that I've spent the last 8-9 years trying to build up a profile, build up an audience and has enabled me to sort of monetize this platform, provide a service to people, Luke doesn't currently have that. He's a very young and a very ambitious guy, but without that audience, without that profile, you essentially get nowhere. And as I spoke to you at the start, a lot of people just use their profile, their audience, their IFBB Pro status to make a platform to make money. Luke doesn't currently have that, but what he has is he has something that a lot of these people don't have, which is the genuine knowledge and passion and care to help people. So what I want to do here is give Luke an opportunity to almost springboard his career as an online coach and almost leap over a lot of people that he should be ahead of. We want to give you the best possible service and the best possible opportunity to get to your goals in an enjoyable and a maintainable way. It's not about crash dieting and then stopping you and leaving you to do whatever you want because I've got my transformation photo. It's not about that for us. And that's, as I said, why I want to help Luke out here. I've seen a huge amount of promise in him. He's gone away and done everything that I've told him to. He's had a fantastic online coaching service from me already. He's learned from all the right places. Luke has learned from all the places I've learned from and more. And as I've mentioned, this is obviously going to give me the chance to push and drive Team Brightman forward and help more people. And that essentially is what this all comes down to. It's what I spoke to you about at the start. It's the problem I've got. Luke is going to help me provide the solution to that to more people because inquiries keep coming in, but I can't help all these people. And I have complete trust in this guy that he will provide that level of service that I've held myself accountable to over the years. The education he's had, the experience he's had with myself, and the fact that I've then spent a lot of time invested in him, mentoring him, is what I believe makes him the perfect guy to help me drive this forward with me. And I wouldn't just put my trust in anyone. Like, I think he has what it takes to become a fantastic coach and help me drive this brand forward. So in summary, Luke's going to become a full-time Brightman Fitness coach. He will be involved as much as I am in this coaching service, and he will provide the absolute level of service that I do. The process is going to be essentially the same as if you were working with me. You will begin your journey with a free consult call. That will be with both of us. We'll both jump on the call with you. We'll talk about your history. We'll talk about where you want to get to, and we'll offer you an initial plan in terms of, okay, this is where you're at now. This is where you want to get to. This is how we're going to get you there as a team. Throughout the process, you will be a fully fledged member of Team Brightman, and you'll have access to me should you need it. I will always be there to answer emails within a 24-hour period and talk to anyone who needs to talk to me. And of course, there's the opportunity to jump on calls throughout the process. So Luke offers you the chance to get involved in the full Team Brightman coaching experience for a more accessible price, and allows me to help this team transform more lives. 2021 is going to be a ridiculously exciting year for myself, for Team Brightman, and for Luke as well. So if you want to get involved, head down to the description of the video, click the initial client questionnaire form, fill that out, and we'll get back to you with the full information pack that will detail all the prices, everything that you can get as part of this service, and then how to book your free consult call.